Hello, good morning. This is Shine. The good vibe story for today is about relieving, or it's a kind of home remedies for wrist your vein pains. The vein pains here. So you have to boil using a hot tea. This or one or two tea bag is enough for 1 bowl of water so that you can use it for your vein relief, instant vein relief. If you have a swelling vein, you can use a hot tea compress. Basta yung kaya lang ng ating balat, hindi kailangan na mainit sobra. So you cannot choose excessive heat, but instead of you are only using a warm to compress the vein pain on your hands. So this is what I do now, demonstrating the using of hot compress using tea bag. So we're going to start now. So soak your two hands, whether they are in pain or cramps. You can massage little or slowly, gentle, and focus on the vein which is painful or aching. So you are going to massaging it slowly and carefully, because home remedies for wrist pains reduce the swelling of your vein, swelling of your fingers that is so painful. It may help also reduce the swelling, as I said, and the discomfort. And of course, additionally, you can drink a cup of tea using the green tea or the black tea to decrease the swelling of your fingers. And of course, it reduces the pain also. So this is only a warm hot tea. You can use a 2 tea bag also to reduce the pain hands or cramping hands. So as you can feel that the hot is already not enough, it's not excessive hot. It is just only a warm water to relieve your hand pains, the vein on the wrist. You can focus on the vein on the wrist so that you will feel good after you soak your hands on the warm tea bag on the bowl only, just like this. Avoid soaking the hands in too excessive hot. Just only water that you feel you can, just like this. You can use this kind of treatment at your home when you feel uncomfortable with your hands. And of course, if you feel continuous on this kind of swelling or feeling uncomfortable with your veins, you can seek a doctor or health provider before starting a new remedy, So this is just only for the emergency. And then if the pain is continuous or feeling not good, you can consult the doctor. You can soak it for 5 minutes only, and then remove. So that's it. You can use a chamomile tea or black or green tea, so that after soaking your hands, you can massage gently and focus on the aching wrist. Just gently massage. Focus on the wrist painful vein. Gently massage downward. So be careful also. Just gently massage only. To ease the pain on the wrist veins. So this is a kind of remedy that you can use whenever you feel uncomfortable only. And if the pain is continuous for a few days or more than 1 week, you can consult already to your doctor, or even 3 days. If the pain is still continue, you can consult on a health provider before starting a new kind of remedy like this. So I use a tea bag. This is a green tea. I just boil it and warm it for a few minutes so that it will not have an excessive hot. So when you feel it's okay, then you can soak your fingers like this, and then soak the fingers, which is so painful. Chamomile provides antioxidant, so the swelling of your fingers reduce. So this is not already too hot, it's just only a warm. So my hands are already feel good now because I use a chamomile tea to soak my hands. So this is only just a remedy at home. You can use when you cannot go to a doctor so early. You can use this kind of remedy to reduce the swelling, the pain of your wristband, or the vein on your hands, on your fingers. Just use chamomile tea or green or black tea. Wow, I can feel now that my hands are relaxing. So even if you have no painful hands, but you work so hard in the whole day, you can use this kind of to feel your hands good, to relax. Then after the hard work in the whole day, so that you will not gain so much on your hands, pain on your veins. It reduces, and you will feel good afterwards. So this kind of exercise also can help reduce the pain on your fingers and on the wrists. The blood circulation towards to your brain also help. So thank you for watching. Soaking hands is a best remedies at home whenever you cannot feel good or you cannot go to doctor yet. You can use this kind of remedy at home, uh, kind of soaking hands on a hot water using chamomile tea. The black or green tea can also be used. It's also a useful one. So you can get relief on your wrist pains by drinking or using a warm compress of this kind tea, like chamomile tea. It may help reduce swelling and discomfort. And of course, additionally, drinking other teas like green or black tea may improve overall circulation and vascular health due to their antioxidant. So also, of course, avoid excessive hot directly on the vein, as this can worsen the swelling. And finally, of course, you can consult a health provider before starting a new remedy. It is best to consult a health provider, especially if you are underlying health condition or you are taking other medication. So this is just only for emergency, as I said, to reduce the swelling and painful or aching wrist vein. Here, you can concentrate on this part. So that's all for today. This is our story for today. Good vibes story that can help to reduce swelling. A home remedy comes from a tea bag of a chamomile. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. A happy hands is a happy life. A good health is a happy life. So also this kind of hand exercise can reduce stroke. So this is good for those who are feeling not good to avoid stroke. This kind of exercise reduce stroke because it's directly from your brain, the circulation of blood of your brain. So this is only additional on my blog, this kind of exercise of your hands. After other, you can use also warm water using tea bag. Soak your hands on the warm water to make to avoid discomfort, and of course to reduce swelling of your hands. So just focus here on the massaging of your vein, gently only. Backward and upward. You can massage it for 5 minutes only. For the blood circulation, so the wrist pain will be reduced on your wrist pain, on the vein. So when your hands feel tired, you can use this technique. Soak it on a warm that you can feel. It's better for your hands and not too or excessive hot. So this kind of remedy can reduce swelling and pain on your wrist and on the vein. Just gently massage. After the hard works the whole day, you will feel better when you are soaking your hands on a or hot compress them on a hot water with a tea, chamomile tea. I'm using a chamomile tea to discomfort or the painful hands. So you will feel better after using this kind of technique or remedy at home. This is a tea. A 2 tea bag is already enough for using this kind of home remedies to reduce the painful veins or wrist pain. You just massage it gently in just a few minutes only, and if the pain is still continue, you just seek a doctor or health provider before using another technique. So this is just only for emergency technique. Use this every day and the pain will reduce. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. And of course, eat fruits like banana. So you can soak for a warm, or you can compress a hot compress for a tea. This is a tea bag. This is, you can use this for discomfort, hands, fingers, or wrist pain. This portion, you can concentrate on this portion, massaging gently with hot compress of a tea bag with tea, hot chamomile. So you can try this like this kind of massage, and the finger exercise is good for your painful finger. You can use this kind of exercise. If you can bend like this, that means that you have a good health, because you can bend them directly like this. So you can try, if you can bend your hands like this, there is no damage on your vein or on your bone. So use this kind of technique to know if you have a good health of your bone, and of course on your vein. If you have a good circulation, you can use this kind of technique. You can try if you can do it. Thank you for watching for this kind of home remedies for wrist, veins, pain. Thank you. Bye. Of course, vitamin B complex can be found also on the banana. So to reduce swelling on your hands, aside from exercise, aside from soaking on a hot water with using a tea bag, of course, don't forget to also using the natural food like banana. Aside from this kind of exercise on your finger, to know if your health is good, you can do this kind of exercise on your finger. If you can bend them well, that means that you have a good health on your hands regarding uh, all, all, all over your health, especially vascular health. If you can bend your hand like this, that means you have a good vascular health. And of course, if you do this kind of exercise daily, you can reduce the stroke. This is also an exercise for the brain so that it will reduce stroke. As of course, we are focused on the vein, so this also towards the vein also to your head, and hands is our second head, so we have to exercise well and use kind of remedy at home if you are not feeling well with your fingers. If you feel they are tightening, you can use a hot compress using tea bag, one or two tea bag. Boil them and soak your hands on a warm, but do not use too excessive or hot, just warm. This is for the swelling hands and wrist pain and vein. So you can use this kind of home remedies at home so that you will reduce the pain. So afterwards, if the uh, pain is continue, of course you have to seek with your health provider before another technique you can use at home. You just have to consult with your doctor before using another technique. This is just only for emergency to feel good of your hand, wrist pain, the vein, and the exercise technique to avoid stroke. When you feel that they are tightening, you can soak them on a hot water, just warm, not too excessive hot, just warm water with a chamomile tea on it. If you can bend like this, are uh, you are a winner. Success. You have a good health. because this kind of test is like a test of if you have a pain on your vein or you have a pain on your bone. By using this kind of technique, you can detect whether you have a painful pain or just your hands are only getting tired. That's why you feel that kind of pain, or you have a bone painful. You can test it by using this kind of exercise, finger exercise. If you can bend this kind of exercise, that means you have no damage of your bone. Instead, you have only a painful vein, or they get tired only. So you can use this kind of technique like soaking your hands in a warm tea bag. I'm using a chamomile tea bag. Soak your hands and do the technique exercise that I now demonstrating. It helps a lot on your health for emergency use, and if you feel painful or swelling hands, you can use this kind of technique to avoid stroke or any other illness. So that means if you can bend this like this, you have a good hands, you have no damage of the bone, just only painful wrist or the vein. So you are lucky if you can bend this kind of exercise your hands. So that means that you have only painful veins and wrists, no damage of your bone, because you can relax, you can bend like this of your hands. So you can only focus then on the painful vein and fingers, because if you bend like this, you have no uh, damage on your bone. So you are still lucky. You just have to focus on the vein, on the painful vein or wrist. You can use this kind of remedy. Soaking hands, exercise your fingers just like this to help, and but in times you can heal them well without operation or any kind of medication, because if your hands are flexible, that means you have a good health. So see, if you can bend well your hands, that means you have a good health. So using this kind of technique can reduce the painful finger. If you can bend like this, your hands are healthy. You have a healthy hands. Just only you have only a tired vein, tired hands. So you have so lucky that you don't have a damaged bone. If you can bend like this, that means you have no damaged bone, or you just feel tired your hands because of a hard work. That's why you have a feeling of uncomfortable discomfort. So don't worry, you just have to soak them on a hot or just using a chamomile tea. So don't worry if you have a painful wrist or painful cramping because of the hard work or tired hands. You can use this kind of remedy, and it's not, that means you cannot go to doctor. Sometimes doctor can makes you nervous. So you have to do a first aid, just soaking your hands on green tea or black tea. So I hope this technique will help you a lot to avoid breaking, breaking, and of course you have nervous. If you feel uncomfortable with your hands, you just soak on the hot water using chamomile tea and use this kind of exercise to avoid doctors. Of course, sometimes they suggest an operation. So, if you can, pag nalampasan mo to, hindi ka na magpapadoktor. But if the pain is still continue in just 3 days or 1 week, of course, you seek the health provider. But this kind of exercise can help reduce painful wrist pain and swelling. And the O. And the O. Use this kind of technique so that your fingers will feel better all day after the hard work. Thank you. You can bend like this to know that you have no stroke, to avoid stroke. Try this if you can do it. You have a healthy bone or vein. Try this if you can do it. See, that means you have no damage of bone or vein. You have a healthy body if you can do this kind of finger exercise. Happy and healthy life, and of course you have a good vibes health. You can do anything working on your hands. If you can twist this like this or bend like this, you have a healthy bone on your finger, on your hands. Do it every day so that your finger will become healthy and to avoid stroke. And drinking a cup of green tea or chamomile tea can help also for your blood circulation. Soaking, drinking hot chamomile tea is the best. Try this finger exercise. If you can do it, that means you have no problem on your vein or on your fingers, on your bone of your hands. If you can bend like this. And if you feel pain, you can soak on the hot or compress using chamomile tea. Reduce pain of your fingers. This kind of exercise can reduce painful wrists and hands, painful fingers, and if you can bend like this, you have a healthy vein and no damage on your bone. And it helps to avoid stroke. So, good vibes story is a good vibes health. So, using this kind of technique will prolong life. Follow this exercise to test if you have a good hand circulation, blood circulation on your hands, if you don't have damage on your vein, on your bone. You can use this technique, finger exercise too, or another technique is the soaking hands on the tea, hot compress of the hands to reduce swelling. And the second is finger exercise to test if you have painful fingers or if you have damaged vein. You cannot bend like this. So this is a test that if you bend your fingers like this, you have a good health on your hands. And this kind of exercise helps to reduce painful wrists and fingers, and it helps additionally to avoid stroke. So don't forget to like and subscribe too, so that we can help each other using another technique for our good health. So just follow this kind of exercise.